Yo, what's up, guys? So today, back at it again like usual. No days off. We're gonna be going over uh more setups. Specifically for me, I'm gonna be talking about momentum in the market and combined with Rinko. So let's get into it. As you can see, this happens over and over and over again. The same setup, nothing changes. So right here we have markets creating impulses to the upside. Let me change this color. Let's try green. So markets creating impulses to the upside, and we get a break of this momentum to the upside as well as the last impulse that made highs in the market. So in this area, I'm knowing that sellers are strong. Seeing how strong the breakout is, I'm looking for price to come to my strike point area. So let me redraw this area for you. So I'm looking for price to come to my strike point, which is here. Looking for price to come to my strike point area or my price. So, and all I have to do to understand where the market will turn is wait for my confirmations. So at this point, I would go to my candlesticks and I would adjust it to the proper area, and my stop loss will be above my zone. My entry is at the first candle. My stop loss will go above the zone, right? So cool. We won that trade. My targets are only 4 to 1. 3 to 1 to 4 to 1 is minimum what I go for, and I always let my winners run. So we continue forward. I'm understanding we have impulses to the upside, creating impulses to the upside. I see this area to the left, but I have not had a break of momentum yet. So I'm not taking my trade based off of this area in here because there's no break of momentum. So once I get this momentum break and I see how strong it is, I'm understanding more than likely the area will reverse off of is my strike point. So in this area. And then at this point, I would go to my candlesticks and I would refine my zone, which I'm not going to go over, but I'll go to my candlesticks, refine my zone, and I'll wait for entries on my confirming brick. As you can see right here, we had our confirming brick, sell, stop loss above my zone, and I'm shooting for my 3 to 1, 4 to 1 target. And once again, same thing over and over and over, and you'll notice that in the market that if you find a particular setup that you like to trade that has the certain foundations and criteria that it needs to meet, then you can find that setup over and over and over and master that one thing and perfect that one thing. That's how you win. You have to find your sauce and perfect it. So mine is momentum to the upside. We break that momentum, creating a area of supply in the market. Price comes back, gives me my confirming brick, sell, stop loss above. Once again, we hit our target. And none of these trades are getting stopped out. On candlesticks, none of these trades have been stopped out. So these are all winners. So once again, coming down, creating lows in the market. We're creating lows in the market. And we break that low. We also break this momentum to the downside. So it's telling me that we are going for buys. So the breakout was significantly strong, so it came back to my strike point, confirming brick, buy, stop loss below, never get stopped out. Keep going. There wasn't any clear trades in here with momentum or anything, so I didn't take that. Let's see. I think this was an area that I was playing around with something else, so we won't go over with that just yet. Y'all ain't ready for that. Alright, so this is another setup. Simple. Momentum to the upside. We break back in the area of the supply. Red confirming brick. I'm selling. I'm shooting for my target. Alright. So in this scenario, we have momentum to the upside. The break was significant. It took a minute. This is where your patience comes in. It took a minute to get back up. So as this pair is coming back up and I'm waiting for my entries, it's just like it sounds. I'm waiting for my entries. I'm going to other pairs to see what's going on. Is there any areas that I could be potentially taking trades? So we broke our momentum. We came back on candlesticks. This is zone touched. My stop loss is above. Red brick confirming entry, and we're going to the downside. Now, as you can see, I didn't hit my 3-to-1 or my 4-to-1 target before price reversed. So at this point, I was around a good percentage up in my account. I would have definitely been break even. So this is one of the times where you're not always going to hit your target. You might break even. So I broke even on that trade. And I also have momentum to the upside, creating supply in the market up here. We're creating supply by breaking this area. Cool. This was the last area to make highs. We broke that structure. I'm creating supply. So the demand is coming up and the supply takes over. Cool. I have my confirming brick and I'm selling back to my last area where demand took over. So keep going. I have momentum to the downside. Let's hide this so you can see it. I have momentum to the downside. This black trend line. Momentum down. Break of that momentum. Came back in my structure. Stop loss below zone that I refined on my candlesticks. And price continued to travel up. And we hit our target. Let's keep going. Once again, the same thing over and over and over. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Momentum to the downside. We break that structure. We break that momentum. Market comes down, confirming break entry, stop loss below zone, shooting for my 3-to-1, 4-to-1 risk reward. Once again, same thing. Momentum to the upside. Break, come back, confirming break, sell, stop above. And it gets repetitive, and it's the same thing, and that's how it should be. It should be so boring that it becomes like second nature for you to do. So here's a buy opportunity. We had a momentum break, and structure came back. Price came back to my zone, stop loss above, confirming break entry, taking that to the upside. Now, this is where we are in the market. So I'm looking for potential sells because I'm understanding we broke this momentum. We're now traveling back up to this area of supply that was created for sells to the downside. So market open Sunday, this is what I'm looking at. But this is USD/JPY. It's a major pair, decent volatility. So I mean, there's a lot of money to be made in this area, a lot of percentage growth for your account. So that's all I really have to show for my side of things and momentum and things like that. But what do you have for him, Charles?
Man, I want to say you did a good job. You know what I mean? Presented that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I just got one example because you really like the momentum trend lines. It's kind of like your setup. But I found one right here. As you can see, we go up in the market. You have two impulses up. And then we finally break that.
Yep.
And I know you didn't show an example with the candlesticks, but I'll show one. And this is the zone right here that we want to sell.
Yeah.
So as you see, this is the same setup right here, your candlesticks. And you see when it came into our zone, see there's a bearish engulfing right there. You take our bearish engulfing. This right here is my 1-to-4. That right here is my 1-to-12. So
yes, sir.
You know, as Tyler was saying, you know, that's his setup, and y'all just look at it. And if y'all need help with it or any more questions, just get with us, and we'll be able to do that. just go ahead and subscribe to the page. Follow our Instagrams.
Sure. And then also, we will be doing weekly webinars. So we'll do a webinar a week to start out with. So if you're interested in joining our webinars, all you have to do is email us, and I'll put that in the description of the video, or follow us on Instagram and send us a direct message, and we will get back with you on that ASAP. So that's all you got for today?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all we really wanted to show y'all something slight again, just kind of piquing the interest, you know what I mean? But the webinars are where the information is really going to flow in, so you really don't want to miss those. So, but until next time, y'all. We believe it's our responsibility to continue to give them the best tasting coffee experience.